Amazing, so amazing, it's amazing.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Hollywood Sports again. Right now I thought it was a good idea to bring you the Seattle Supersonics and the Sacramento Kings. Now the reason why I decided to bring you this game is because the Seattle Supersonics was my favorite team, and well, basically still is my favorite team. And about 5 or 6 years ago, I think, the Key Arena, basically in Seattle, was just too old and not up to NBA standards. And so they got bought. But what I wanted, because they're competing right now between, is Seattle going to bring the Sonics back, which is Sacramento, or is Sacramento going to keep the Sacramento Kings? So I thought it'd be a good idea to bring this matchup to you with each other. And I don't know if you really know the story, but Howard Schultz owned the Seattle Supersonics, the guy that owned Starbucks, and he was losing a lot of money. So he decided to sell the team. Well, he didn't decide to sell it right away. He tried to get some funding from the city, the politicians and everybody, and see if they could put a plan together to basically fund a new arena for Seattle, because like the old Key Arena was just not up to NBA standards, so they had to do something about it. Well, it turns out the politicians in Seattle really they didn't think it was worth spending all that money for sports, and they thought there were some other things that Seattle needed to do that basically had a higher priority. So Howard Schultz said, well, I guess I'm just going to sell the team because I really can't afford to be losing so much money. And then Clay Bennett from Oklahoma came up and said he wanted to buy the team. Hold on one sec here. Yeah, Clay Bennett wanted to buy the team from Oklahoma. But he promised, he said his intentions was to leave the team in Seattle, that he would try to get a plan funded to get everything going with a new arena. Well, it never turned out that way. And so Clay Bennett and his team, they wanted to go back to Oklahoma a lot sooner because the lease for Key Arena and for the Sonics wasn't up. I think it had another year or 2 years left. And that last year, that's when they drafted Kevin Durant. And they were going to have a great team, but they didn't stay in Seattle. So now, you figure, it's been about 2 years, the Hansen Group from Seattle has been working on a plan to, because the Maloof brothers that own the Sacramento Kings, they basically said, hey, we ended up in the same situation as Seattle. We can't get any funding for a new stadium. Nobody wants to do anything. So the Hansen Group said, well, hey, we'll put a plan together and grab the Sacramento Kings. Now, you got to keep in mind, he already put a plan together for a new stadium, for a new arena for Seattle, the land, everything. They got everything figured out. So they said, now, all we need to do is get us a franchise. So they tried to buy the Sacramento Kings. And so now, all of a sudden, Kevin Johnson, the mayor of Sacramento, is putting this group together and all these millionaires, and they're trying to save Sacramento. After they had plenty of time to do that, now they want to try to put everything together. So now they're basically competing against each other. Now they're going to end up with a bidding war, trying to keep the team in Sacramento, and the Hansen Group is trying to get the team and take them back to Seattle. So the question is, who will win? And I hope Seattle win because I'm a Seattle native. I've been in Seattle since 1990 out of the military. I'm originally from Virginia, and I used to love the Sonics, man. And so I would like to see them back in Seattle. So I'm hoping they win. But that's why I put this game on. It's a little competition about Sacramento or Seattle. Who will win? As you can see, Detlef Schrempf just hit that jumper, that bank shot off the board. That was a great team back in 95 and 96. They took the Chicago Bulls to the NBA Finals, and the Sonics won the West. And, that's the year the Chicago Bulls had that 72-10 record. That record would never be broken, I don't think. But then again, there's records people said would never be broken that was. And, the Sonics, I think they only lost maybe 16, 17 games that year. And so they had a really good record. They had the second best record in the NBA, which they ended up being the best two teams in the NBA in the NBA Finals. So let's just check out this game real quick. Now you got Detlef Schrempf on the line right there. You got Gary Payton. He just made it to the Hall of Fame. You can see number 14. That was Big Smooth, Sam Perkins. They had some good stars on that team. You know, you got Sean Kemp, Hersey Hawkins, and I didn't know a lot of guys from Sacramento back then. But they had a pretty good team too. But you know, they're battling right now. Who's going to win this team? Either they're going to come back to Seattle or they're going to stay in Sacramento. So I hope you guys appreciate that history about what happened with the Sonics. And that's pretty much as I know. Oh, the long shot. He didn't make it. So that was the first quarter, everybody, of the Seattle Supersonics and the Sacramento Kings. Seattle is winning by 6. And the score is Sacramento 2, Seattle 8.
Second quarter getting ready to start up.
And that's really how the Key Arena used to look. It had a nice logo right there. As you can see, that was just Sean Kemp. He was a fantastic dunker. I think he's going to make the Hall of Fame hopefully one day. He was pretty good for a lot of years for the Sonics.
The lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. On the court for Seattle, we've got Perkins.
That's Nate McMillan. He was a good player too. He coached the Portland Trail Blazers. You know, he coached the Sonics, but when his contract was up, he wasn't sure about the future of the Sonics. So he said, I don't know. So he took all that money and went to Portland because he kind of knew that team was going to be leaving Seattle. So when he got offered that job to go coach Portland, he took it. But you know, now he isn't coaching Portland Trail Blazers. And that would be a great thing if the Sonics came back to Seattle. And because Coach McMillan right now is not coaching anybody, he would be a great pick to coach that team. That would be a fantastic thing if they could all come back together with him coaching the team.
Payton with the ball, guarded now by Jackson.
That's Nate McMillan dribbling right there. He was a good guard, good solid guard.
McMillan passes to Payton.
He wasn't a Hall of Famer, but he was a good solid guard. You got Jackson right there for Sacramento. He was a pretty good guard too. Push it, McMillan. Push it. Push it. Way to run that wing, Shrimp. Look at that pass. Look at Gary Payton. Get off me. Look at Gary Payton, the Hall of Famer.
Great move to get to the bucket and lay that one in. He's got the softest touch around the basket. Impressive.
Some good action going right now.
Call timeout. They're first.
I'm just hoping they come back to Seattle because I miss going to some games at the Key Arena. You know, they got pictures of the new arena for Seattle right now, and it's a beautiful arena. So they got everything planned, so I hope they win. Christie, you just saw with the ball, there's Turkoglu. I think Turkoglu might be still playing, at least he was last year. I haven't heard anything about him this year. That was Neil Askew that just passed the ball in. He was a decent guard. He was a role player, though.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far.
See how Gary Payton doing? He used to run that point just like that. Neil Askew, boy, if you left him open, he drained that shot.
Shot clock at 6.
That's Hersey Hawkins. He was a pretty good guy for the Sonics.
Christie with the rebound.
He was a shooting guard.
Room at all to take that shot.
Here's Turkoglu.
Turkoglu can play. He played for a lot of years. I don't think he's in the league now because I haven't heard about him. But then again, I haven't been really seriously watching the NBA like I used to. You know, since the Sonics haven't been in action, I've been basically liking the Boston Celtics. And you know, if you know my videos, I play with the Boston Celtics in the association. And Bibby, he was a good guard right there. Bibby was an excellent guard. He might be in the league. I'm not sure.
pass to Thunderbird.
He's not. He's retired. He's up there in age too.
Pass to Pollard. He kicks it to Bibb.
Pollard was a good player. That whole team was good.
Over Peyton. No good on the buzzer beater. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Sonics lead by 4.
That whole team was pretty good.
We'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
There's somebody I'm missing that used to be on that team. I can't think of his name right now.
Saturday, the best day.
But yeah, I just wanted to bring you guys this game so you can kind of understand the history between the Seattle Supersonics and the Sacramento Kings and what's going on in the news right now as far as the NBA goes. And you know, they're going to have a board of directors, I guess the owners board of directors decide who's going to win this battle. And right now they're just starting the bidding war. The Hansen Group just increased the offer by $25 million to get these Sacramento Kings to Seattle. So we'll see what happens next. There's Peyton running the point, behind the back pass, nice layup. Oh yeah, that's how he used to work it. He used to work it just like that. If y'all don't know about Gary Payton, see, Gary Payton from the old school. He came out of Oregon. Some of y'all young guys don't really understand the history or never really seen Gary Payton play. But he finally got him a ring when he played his last few years with the Miami Heat. He tried to get that ring with the Lakers when he went to the Lakers. Him, Karl Malone, and all those guys tried to put that little aged dream team together, but it didn't work. Those guys were just too old.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
There's Sean Kemp right there. He used to deal too.
Y'all
think what's the my man from? Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that left hand back, Gary Payton. Y'all think there's some good dunkers in the NBA today? Sean Kemp was the man. He'd dunk on you in a minute. You didn't see him do too many layups. If he had a chance to dunk, he'd dunk it.
And then gearing his defensive game plan to do what he needs to do to stop him.
Sam Perkins, he's checked in for
12 to 18, pretty good game so far.
For Sacramento. Now Bibby looking for his first bucket of the game. Outside Jackson.
You know, if you play NBA 2K basketball, when you look at your sliders, where you see tendencies, take the tendencies and put them to 0. Because every team has their own tendencies. If you look at it, if you go to their profile of each team, they already have their tendency ratings already in there. So when you go to the sliders, just put your tendencies to 0, and you'll notice a lot of teams will play with their own personality and the way they do things. Oh, look at Hersey Hawkins. Woo! Look at that boy Deal. He was a good player. He really was a good player. He wasn't a Hall of Famer, but he was a good player. Nice, solid player you would like on your team.
Hawkins against Jackson. Divac to the middle. Outside for Jackson.
Sam Perkins clogging up the paint for the Sonics, number 14. I don't know if y'all remember him either, but he could shoot threes too. He was really a power forward, but he played center a lot because he could really play.
Peyton against Bibby.
They're setting it up. But getting back to the sliders, yeah, if you take the tendencies ratings and put them down to 0 for each team, you'll notice they all play different. Some like to play inside. Some of them like to set a lot of picks. You know, some of them like to set screen and roll. Pick and rolls. You know, some of them like to set up on a low post. Each team has their own tendencies. So put your tendencies to 0. Because if you look at their team's profile, they already have the tendencies in there. I think it's the coaching profile or the team's profile where the tendency ratings are already there. And then every team won't play exactly the same.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter.
All right, that's the third quarter. And we're clicking away here.
And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth. So as we get rolling here in the fourth quarter, let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Uncontainable game. Doris?
Look at Gary Payton Deal. Look at him. That left hand. Look at him. He's working it. That's how he used to do it, too. That's how Gary Payton used to play. If you guys aren't familiar with his game.
All right, thanks, Doris. It's been just a terrific game for him.
It really has. They haven't figured out a way to stop him or even slow him down. So they've only got 1 quarter left to come up with a solution. They're going to have to figure something out.
Well, good luck with that. I mean, if they haven't figured it out.
Oh, David Wingate. I forgot about him. He could play too. He was a nice role player.
So with Peyton on the bench,
come off the bench.
Here's the group that George Karl has on the floor.
He was about your 7th, 8th man off the bench. Oh, Sean Kemp got his own rebound.
And it's Wingate in at the
oh, Brikowski. That guy was tough too. They got the bench in right now. Neil Askew got the ball. Nice dish to McMillan. He's dealing. Behind the back, he's dealing. He's trying to set it up. Nice shot. He missed it.
Can't get it to go.
Even against solid defense, he's still
but this brings back some old memories of watching the Sonics play.
I wouldn't bet against him in that situation.
Oh, that was a nice play, but he missed the shot.
Excellent, really solid job actually.
All right, Askew got the ball. You see how they play? They're playing with their own personalities. I mean, they're really trying to make things happen out there. There's Kemp backing him up, posting him up, left hand. Yeah. Way to play, Sonics. So this action right here, hopefully this is how it goes in real life. When they come back home, they get the Sacramento Kings and turn them into the Seattle Supersonics. But then they changed the name to the Seattle Sonics and got rid of the Super. I really don't know why they did that. But yeah. Thanks for watching Hollywood Sports, everybody. I just wanted to do something a little different, kind of bring you something, you know, just a little different, kind of give you some awareness to what's going on in the NBA with the Seattle Supersonics and the Sacramento Kings.
When's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question.
Hawkins dealing, trying to get down court. A man sticking with him. Gary Payton back in the game.
Payton against Jackson. Down low.
Ooh, nice pass. Good shot, Hersey Hawkins.
And the Sonics lead by 10.
Yeah, that crowd's going crazy.
5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're
Jackson, boy, that guy right there, he could shoot. He was kind of one of those guys, when he got hot, get out of his way. He didn't miss.
He can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit.
You know, I was just thinking about Chris Webber used to be on that team. I don't think he was with the team right then, but he ended up coming to Sacramento. Chris Webber, he really put that team over the top. They never won it, but they went to the playoffs a lot every year. Yeah, Chris Webber used to be on that team. Yeah, I think Bloody Divox, when he went to the Lakers, Chris Webber came to Sacramento. That's what it was. Because Bloody Divox played for the Lakers. I think I got my history right. It's been so long.
They've done it, and it's paid off on the scoreboard
Either he, no, I don't think he left the Lakers and went to Sacramento. Yeah. Bloody Divox went to the Lakers, and then Chris Webber came from Golden State and came to the Sacramento Kings. That's how it went. If anybody can correct me on that or know if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I don't quite remember. Oh, that was a good move by Bibby. But he didn't make the shot.
Now, Kevin, this is a player who can shoot the lights
Sean
out
Kemp was a good shot blocker, too. He was an emotional player, man. He was one of those guys getting pumped up. If you make him mad, ooh, Sean Kemp, man. Woo. He tear the rim down. He be blocking shots.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within single digits. A platoon swap here for Seattle. And the Kings will go for a different.
And the reason why I put the Seattle Supersonics home in this game, because I want people to understand how their arena looked and the style and their logo looked. A lot of people don't really know how the Seattle Supersonics logo and everything looked. So that's what their arena looked like.
Good on both.
Nice colors right there in their stadium. There's Brikowski. That guy was like I don't know, he was a bruiser, man. He'll hack you up. He'll knock you down. I mean, he was just a bruiser. He was one of the rough kind of players, man. Sam Perkins, he was pretty good too. Oh, lost the ball. Oh, Wingate got it. You got to put it up. Got it. Missed the shot. Askew with the rebound. McMillan, you better shoot it. Uh-oh, go down low. Askew. Did he get it off? All right, everybody. I just want to bring you a little bit of history for, of the Seattle Supersonics. And I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't run my mouth too much, but I'm really excited about them coming back to Seattle. You know, Sacramento had their chance. They had their chance to put everything together, but now they're trying to put this last-minute rush together. But again, as always, everybody, until next time.